So this is a vacuum cleaner. When you look at it, it doesn't appear that much of a vacuum cleaner because the fan is pointing this way. So generally the air is supposed to blow out from here. But then when we have this tiny test subject, which is our paper, and we place it right here on the edge, as you can see, and we connect this circuit, this fan at this paper should go in.
Yeah, as we can see that the paper has come out here. So it is blowing the air outside.
Outside.
Okay.
But now?
And now what did you do?
Now we change the orientation a little bit.
And yes, do it again. We'll see if the air is felt. Yes. So with what all things did you make this? Like which all materials you use?
It's a pretty easy blower.
Okay.
So all we need is a bottle, some hot glue, a heavy duty DS motor, which is this right here,
Okay.
and a small little plastic fan that will fit on top. So
That plastic fan, okay.
and
And the plastic fan can be from any toy or anything.
the plastic fan, no, it should, as you see in here, if you can, there's a small little metal rod connecting to the plastic fan.
Yes.
So that's the motor's rod, and that fan should have a fit lock on it, so that even if I shake it, it
Nothing
should not
goes.
fall.
Right.
Now we're going to need a battery with these this attachment on top, which is removable.
Okay.
Over here, there's
Okay,
a
so
small
it's like
remove.
detachable type.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Like this. See? It's
Oh, interesting.
movable.
Okay.
And then you can just fit it on here. One thing that you should keep in mind is you never should let these two ends touch when connected to the battery.
Very important point. The circuits, the two wires points should never touch each other when you are connecting the attachment back to the battery.
Because this can either cause a small spark or it can explode.
Right. So a very safety point to be kept in mind.
Now this, as you can, this when we do, we can see these two separate parts. It's called an open circuit. But now
Open?
this open circuit.
Open circuit. Okay.
But now when we connect these wires, which is one positively charged and one negatively charged, we need to connect it to the motor's receiving ends.
Okay.
And
And those
we
are
can
those
see the
two
fans
points where you have
activate.
inserted the wires. So these are like the regular copper wires, as we can see. Okay.
And whenever you're storing them, always remember to take this part off when you're
Alright.
keeping them.
Okay.
And always pressurize these ends like this so that they're away from each other.
Right. Okay. Fine.
Now there are very easy steps. We have a bottle. As you can see, this is very small compared to a normal bottle. That is because I've cut approximately this much of the middle portion out.
Okay.
Because that we have this motor, and this motor is heavy duty, but it's small with a lot of power. This power needs to reach the end of this, but with a normal long bottle, the power will die out by the half.
So can this be done in a 500 ml bottle, like a small bottle? Or does it need so much of fatness, like width
No.
is needed?
It can be small, but then according to that, you need to get a fan.
So the base, so the size of the fan should be
According to the size of the bottle.
Right.
So you need to be careful when you buy, and you need to know what kind of bottle you are using.
right.
Because one challenge I had to face in this is the side of the bottle is a bit bent.
Right.
Because of the melting.
Right.
So it kept hitting. So as you can see, I have tilted it a bit this way.
Correct.
So that it doesn't hit.
Right.
Now the energy needs to come out till here. That's why we remove the center part. so that the full energy can blow this thing out.
Right, as we saw earlier when you had inserted the circuits and that paper had gone blown away with the movement of the
Yes.
fan blades.
Yes.
Interesting.
Now, there's nothing that hard about this, but when you look at the end, it looks very complicated, but it's very easy to make. All you have to do is cut a bottle and then make a small little hole so that you can fit this on the bottom.
Right.
And then just glue the two ends together, and all you need is this to connect. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
So we can also paint and do any design on the
Yes.
bottle?
We can do any design, paint, everything,
Uh-huh.
but as long as it doesn't interfere and make this weak.
Okay, the stuck part.
Yes, we can paint it anywhere, everywhere, but we just need to make sure about these connections.
Right.
Because once any water, if you're using watercolor or paint goes in, the circuit is going to fail immediately.
Okay.
Within a fraction of a second.
So these are few safety points and few tips that needs to be remembered while making a home made or DIY vacuum cleaner or a blown away fan. And this was Arya Vidyarthi. He is just 10.5 years old and he made this as a school project. No, a project for himself. And he loves to make a lot of things like this and experimenting a lot of things with whatever is left. So this is how he's made use of his toy fan and all the batteries that was lying at home and the plastic bottles that we keep throwing everywhere. Thank you, Aaryav, so much.
Welcome.